So before I started dating my boyfriend, he didn't know who I was.
Was it on Raya?
Yes, it actually was. No, we don't have to talk about it. It's fine. He's competitive at games and in life in general.
He messages me on the app like, hey, you know what I mean? And man, this gotta be fake. Like, I don't know. I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good.
What's going on, guys? It's your guy 5100 CJ, aka the Pookie Hybrid, back at you with another reaction video. And today we're gonna talk about Simone Biles and her husband, because she got the real insecure, super independent, boss chicks, whoever else you want to name, very upset. So everybody's seen the clip that's gone viral. Pivot Podcast, shout out to Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, some guys I looked up to when I played football as a kid. So they went ahead and interviewed Simone Biles' husband, Mr. Jonathan Owens. And I believe her last name is Owens now because the pick me got picked. Okay. So I wanted to cover this because it was on my timeline way too much. And I was wondering why. Like, why am I seeing this so much? And I just started to look in the comment sections and I would just see some really disrespectful statements being said about the brother. But we'll get to that. Let's just go ahead and get to the clip, all right?
How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles?
And I love this football talk, but I gotta get to it. I'm over here rubbing my knees.
Hey, Chad, I wanted to tell him, he's talking about being looked over. Now when the right people look at you. You know what I'm saying?
How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question,
Oh,
man.
Lord Jesus. Now you with Freddie. Now it's back. Now you
Listen,
with
I'm gonna tell you, organic story.
So you see what the question was asked, right? How did you pull Simone Biles? Why would they even ask him that? Because as far as status goes, and maybe even money, I'm not sure, she's a bigger celebrity. She's a bigger star. She's a bigger athlete than Mr. Jonathan Owens, who's a starting safety for the Green Bay Packers, right? Not a slouch, but, you know, he's not as big as Simone Biles. So they're just saying, damn, how did you pull that off, right? I'm sure the ladies are thinking the same thing. But I just wanted to make sure we understand that that's why they're even asking, because she's such a bigger figure, right? And I want to also make clear, he said she pulled me. And from what you'll see in this interview, it's confirmed by his wife. You'll see. Let's just keep going. But I guess that's a problem too.
I just got to Houston. I probably have been in Houston 7 months. I was single at the time, you know, so I'm just living, being myself. And COVID had just hit, but I had just went to Arizona, and one of my boys was like, hey man, you gotta check out this app, you know? And I'm like, man, I'll check it out. Like, what is it? It was called Raya at the time, so.
All right, really quickly. They met through an app. So with especially a guy who's an athlete and a guy who's making millions of dollars, when you go to an app, and this is even for regular people, but especially for me, when you go to an app, you're not really looking at it seriously for the most part. I've gotten some cheeks off of dating apps myself. I'm not saying he was looking at it that way, but 9 times out of 10 he was. So they met on an app. That's just another thing, right? It's another thing.
Basically, it's like a dating app, but you know, you have to go through certain like criteria to make sure that you're who you are. So literally have been on the app for a couple of days, man, and it's like she pops up and I'm like, let me see what this is. Gymnastics, I ain't never, you know, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity, you know.
Now pay attention to the brothers laughing, because they're laughing because they believe he's not telling the truth, in my opinion. Maybe it's something different, I don't know, but just pay attention to the room and look at this guy. He doesn't look like he's just running his mouth. He looks like he's really being honest, but okay, let's keep going.
So I'm like, okay, that's I'll see what's up. I swiped her and it said we matched. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna see what's up. So I go do my workout and I come back and I get like, I had some likes on my Instagram, you know, and I'm like, oh, this might be it. I'm like, okay. So I see what's up, and then I still waited. I'm like, man, I'm gonna wait till I, you know, take a shower and everything. Then I come back to my phone, and then she messages me on the app, like, hey, you know what I mean? And man, that's up, man, this gotta be fake. Like, I don't know, I didn't know who she was at the time, but Like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good. I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in.
This is not so controversial of a conversation that his wife would be like, now come on, now you know who I was. Like, those type of things would be said in this type of playful environment, because if you look at the environment, they're just joking, having a good time, and they're just asking questions. It's not intense. It's not so super professional and buttoned up and formal that they're not having an actual, human conversation. I believe he didn't know her, because just the way that she's reacting to it. You'll see. Let's just keep going.
The Olympics. I was in college, and we didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and we're in camp. Late July, early August, so I'm not paying attention to, so I never would have had a moment to where I would have watched, Jonathan, I'm gonna let you finish your story, man. Continue. But like I was saying, man, she messaged me. This was like a Tuesday, and we were texting back and forth, and then we hung out Friday, man. And we couldn't do much since COVID happened, everything was shut down. So she came through down to Houston. She lives in the suburbs, so she had to drive about 45 minutes to me. Then the rest is history, man. So
you was really the catch in.
I always say we, the men the catch, man. I always say we.
Now, this is the part that got everybody upset, other than the part of him saying he didn't know who Simone Biles was. It was the fact that he said that men are the catch. I've always believed that men are the catch. Not the prize, but the catch, right? And here is my argument with this whole social media storm that this podcast has caused. Women, I'm gonna say this because I think you expose yourself. The conversation that gets had about women that make money, boss babes, boss chicks, right? They say that they can't find men, or they don't deal with men who make less than them because the men are insecure. Now, you have this man who is obviously not insecure and confident in who he is because he believes he's a catch. Y'all have a problem with that too. So what that tells me is, I'm just gonna call it for what it is. Y'all do not like black men to be confident. Y'all don't think much of black men. That's what they say. And then on top of everything, he's light-skinned. And we know that's a real thing in our community. He's light-skinned. So the energy that they have towards him is energy of basically saying he's sassy. He's feminine. You see a lot of them in the comment sections. But the issue is that this man had the audacity to have confidence in himself. His wife likes him the same way that he believes in himself. And you'll see in the other episode I do, this is just part one, I'm gonna do a part two, which y'all missed in this. But she has confidence in him, and she sees better in him than he does himself at some point. But people don't want to acknowledge that. They just want him to be the villain. It's not even that serious. So the fact that y'all even having this conversation about Simone Biles, and y'all are calling him sassy and zesty and telling her to leave because he's gonna cheat, and it's just, y'all sound so miserable, man. Y'all sound so miserable because you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't. And she's fine with it, which I'm going to show you that too. But let's just keep going. Like, y'all are really, I'm going to be honest, y'all are sad.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did though.
Is what you said.
I was fighting it.
So in truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles.
And this is where, Ryan Clark, your ass is messy. Because you're saying he didn't want her because what? He didn't jump out the window for her? Because he didn't run right away? Because she came to him because she really was coming towards him more? Does that mean he doesn't want her? Messy. Trying to cause separation right there. And that's why the ladies probably didn't even see this part, but this is what's going on, bro. That was just messy, man. Really messy.
Is what you're saying.
At the time,
That's what you're not gonna say that. That's what you're saying.
I was afraid. I was afraid to commit. I'm like, man, it's my third year. I'm trying to. I'm like, it's kind of early. But like I said, man, it happened when you disrespected. And we hung out, man. It was like we hit it off instantly. We just laughed the whole night. Man, play. Look, go ahead.
I really want to talk about football. Did you tell her you didn't know who she was?
Actually, my question to her was like, who's your competition? I didn't know nothing about gymnastics, so I'm just asking.
Nobody.
Let me. This whole didn't know who she was. Maybe it's not 100% true. I think it's true, but let's just deal with that it may not be true. Maybe he just saw her before and didn't know who she was and put it together later. Could that be a possibility? No, because he's a black man, so he got to be trying to tear down a black woman. He's got to be a piece of shit. He's got to be cocky. He's got to be a nigga that wants a woman to depend on him. All these negative things that y'all like to place on black men. It must be that, right? Here's another thing. Olympic athletes aren't well known unless they run track. Most track people are known. Most people didn't know who Michael Phelps was. Most people didn't know who Gabby Douglas was. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Most Olympic athletes aren't known. Most people don't watch Olympic sports. Like, this is a fact. It's the statistical fact. Look it up. The three most watched sports is starting in order: NFL, MLB, NBA, and then that's a seasonal sport, right? You know, basically the Olympics is, you know, we're gonna compete and we're done. Like, it's not a long process. Most people didn't know who she was. I'm telling you. Like, only people that know who she is people that are athletes for the most part, and people that are actually in her sport. I don't know why that's so hard to believe, but I guess y'all just gotta believe that this man is degrading her, and look at how happy she is with him. And you know what's funny? So many of y'all had so much to say about him and them. But remember, sisters, black women, y'all were the one making fun of her hair. Her and Gabby Douglas, and they're dancing and all that. Y'all made the most fun of these black women, and now you all of a sudden got her back. I wish y'all would stop, bro.
I think she had a gym invitational. We I was moving. Yo, went to get milk and cookies, and #1 rated cookie spot, and it was so many. I think it was like a Sunday we went. It was all these moms, and you know, they're there with their kids, and we walked past, and everybody stopped, and just kids are like shaking, and it's like, oh.
So he remembers the moment where he realized she's a huge person out here in the world. That, yes, a lot of people do know her, but there are people that don't know her. But he realized at that moment, she really is like a celebrity. You don't remember stuff like that when you're lying, but I digress.
You thought it's because you thought you were fine. Man, nah. That's what's funny. They asking me. They like, here, can you take this picture? I'm like.
So, Jay, what you're doing right now is confirming that she is actually the best in the world at flipping the script.
Oh, she flipped.
She shot her shot.
She did though. Because if she wouldn't have messaged me, chances are, like, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would just, mine would have went somewhere else and wouldn't have thought to, you know. But she messaged me, and I mean, like I said, the rest is history, man.
Honestly, in truth, Simone Biles is lucky. For what?
Let's stop right there. Guys are joking about how could he be lucky? She's the prize, and this is my main point. We always talk about how there are men that take advantage of women. They will always talk about how there are men that don't do right by women, and how women should not settle. So she got with a man she really liked. And watch Simone Biles and what she says to what these brothers say. Watch this.
Cause she took a chance. She's lucky, cause she wouldn't have.
He's not saying
all
anything, by the way.
Jonathan said she wouldn't have all that.
Hey, now.
Cause he ain't had time. Jonathan,
Alright.
I was just the first to message. As soon as I clicked, ooh, I like him, it matched. So he had already liked my profile, which that means
She
I was
always
the first.
say we match
No,
first.
baby, we matched, but I was the first to message.
Yeah, you
I wasn't
messaged me. She messaged. She wasn't scared. I get it.
I know what I like and I know what I want.
Y'all are young newlyweds. Don't let people bring that shit in y'all house.
Shout out to Fred Taylor for that last comment. See what I'm saying? The problem is that the women out here, the bitter women, and sisters is mostly y'all, are bitter because she made a move for a guy. And let's be honest, this man is a high-earning man, a successful athlete. He's a starter for the Green Bay Packers. That ain't no slouch defense that he plays for. He plays safety for a damn good defense, right? The team, they all right, but the defense is pretty damn good, right? He starts in the NFL. That's not easy to do. There's only what? 1,500 spots in the world for the best athletes in football. He's one of them, right? He's a starter on it. So he's not even just on the team, he starts. So the problem is that ladies just want to see him as quote unquote Pookie and Ray Ray. Y'all are kind of giving him the same energy y'all gave Keke Palmer's baby daddy. Darius, I forgot his name. But y'all are kind of coming with that energy. And this is what I'm saying. Black men, I hope y'all pay attention. They're showing you what they think of you as a black man. This whole Simone Biles situation is exposing how sisters see black men. They really don't appreciate us. They really don't see us as worthy, especially when they make more. They're showing that the problem is not that when they make money, they can't date guys that are, lower in income bracket, that because they're insecure. They're really showing you that the problem that they have is that they don't believe these men are worthy and they think they're better than these men. That's what this shows. And they don't even have the money that Simone Biles has. And the fact that she's not on the sisterhood program, she's a pygmy. Same woman y'all made fun of her hair because it wasn't like the way you wanted it. This woman got married, y'all criticized everything about her marriage. How it got done, what she had on, the shoe, all this shit. And most of y'all commenting are single. But anyway, that's all I got. I will be coming with a part 2 because there are some things that people didn't notice in this interview that was very heartwarming, and I was very happy to see a woman do for her husband. And I want y'all to notice, look at that last little clip I just showed you. I'm put it right. Look what she's doing. She's smiling. She's soft. She's nice to him. And you'll see when I drop this other episode how he looks at her and how he reveres her and appreciates her in his life. But the narrative is he's gonna cheat. Don't do it. Stay away from him. Y'all just sound so bitter, bro. But I'm out of here, man. It's your guy 5100 CJ, aka the Pookie Hybrid. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and make sure you go to all so you don't miss nothing when I drop. Also, I'm about to do a lot more. I'm about to start another podcast that I'm going to do with brothers, mostly men, and I'm going to have conversation with in person. We're not doing StreamYard. We're going in-person conversation. I'm going to take this show on the road, you know what I'm saying? So y'all be looking out for that. I'm creating that now. So we cooking over here, baby. Make sure you check out the 5100 podcast as well. Me and my guy Tez the Fire. We haven't been putting out as much content lately. Life has been lifing, you feel me? But we figure it out in the end. So anyway, I'm gonna holler at y'all guys later, man.